there was only one defender, more of a retake setup for PRX, and I'll be honest with you, I think they're going to have to retake.
Yeah, there's not much of a choice here. Even the spam's not going to yield much if they were to go for them. Instead, grouping up the blob play, just leaving something to go through the kitchen, while the rest look for the site control. Now G2 have their post plans. Nobody sent out to mid just yet, but I see valyn checking the flank, and perhaps that'll be late flank indeed. He's on his way. The timer starts ticking now for PRX to get on that spike and start the defuse. Back yellow fight is the main point of contention, still being held onto by Leaf, getting closer to block that defuse around the wall, and they're dropping bodies all over the place, only left to divide.
That will be available in this round, unless, as said, something gets a couple of extra kills.
Well, Harbor's using all his utility to clear out these angles. They've gained space, but towards A, poking and prodding the bear, trying to see where the aggression was coming through. They found out the hard way. The Outlaw was posted up. Mid-push from PRX. A very late flank attempt by JonahP. Better find value because valyn's gone down through the spams. And now, PRX gearing up for a retake. Just 2 players defending around that angle. Still the Killjoy utility on, so it's not like JonahP is going to get a free fight onto these guys unaware.
Unless they go too far.
Yeah, it might just be out of range right about now, but the problem is there's no one else left to draw their eye. It's only JonahP. And, well, his chances of stopping this diffuse are anyway. 0.
Like, even though the utility had gone offline, now they know. Immediately. Thrash is going to be utilized, and you can see something almost trying to bait it out, but instead it's going to be Jinggg caught. Can he try and defend him? No, he can't. Both players eliminated. And now the rest trying to wrap around the site. JonahP, good position, tries to use the timing, but goes down. But again, those trades are immediate from the G2 side. The fundamentals looking strong, and valyn looking even too far away.
Oh, I think that was through the orb. The orb was up when that spam came in and through a wall as well.
He's broken it for his teammates so that JonahP can take the space. Like, maybe they consider that someone could have already crossed, but you can see that on the other side, Forsaken is watching mid. He's keeping an eye on it, but he has no idea that somebody's already in kitchen.
Yeah, you're expecting that cross to be the player that was further back, breaking the turret. Now Jinggg taking down Icy. A good start. Spike on the floor, but there's JonahP's flank coming into fruition. Devi tries to hold the space. Spike down, and they want to keep that control. Jingg's coming in to support up top. It's a big swing and one that works out, leaving JonahP, the flanker, to do it all. Something gets a second lease of life, and with the op, that might be all he needs, but JonahP really starting to take a bite out of this round. 20 seconds left, though. Spike quite far away, defended by Devi, and an op on the rotation. A near impossible situation.
Maybe a little bit of an overextension from Jinggg. There is still a chance if he can quickly find this kill, but I think it's patient from Devi. He actually gets away. Now, there is a chance for him to plant at the back of the site. It's only going to be the sprint straight away, just trying to deny him while Devi a clear plan to give space.
Turret up top. Did it see him? Well, it doesn't matter. Something's got the kill anyways. It was broken from further back, and nice setup for PRX. And then they fill in the space. You know they're not likely to challenge that a second time. The push-up, though, it's going to be a little risky. Something's being surrounded on all sides. Jingg's kept control over main, but they've lost the site itself. A nice kill by mindfreak makes this a little bit more competitive. G2 down and out. Icy's the last man standing. 1v4, 5 HP on mindfreak. That's probably the only thing we can look to as a positive. He's got some utility. That'll buy him some time. The wraparound up towards heaven. And they still think that he's pretty close. The alarm bells should be ringing, and now, well, now they've got the information on exactly where he is. Got to deal with this guy, but a double swing should put him in the ground. It's a little early push, and Viper's Pit, yeah, there it is. It's activated. So it's online for both squads. Curious to see if JonahP is going to decide to activate his with a lockdown in play to push them out of the pit.
Mindfreak stay.
Take the space. No, he's out of here. And I think the pit's going to drop because of it.
Yeah, I don't think there shouldn't be enough time for him to get back into that. So that's actually huge. Removing that from play. There's a lockdown on the other side. This is just what I like to call an observer's nightmare. Ultimates being used all over the shop. We're going to get the third person as now they do what was done to them. But I do believe just with the corner, you might be able to hold on to this ultimate. And I feel like G2 are going to try and do that.
They are, but you could see the pings from PRX. They want to compete for that back angle. Haven't had any success. Jinggg, something, Forsaken, all falling. Icy's having a round, and now with the pit still standing, there's no chance. Surely, PRX likely to head for the hills. Maybe looking to stick around and make this a bit more costly, and eventually delete their enemy of Icy. Pick up the operator and look to save it. Being challenged on the way, though, there's no free escape with Devi falling. The op will not be carried through to the next, and this has been a costly round for the side of PRX with G2 equalizing.
Help out.
trying to keep his teammates safe from information, but the Dizzy likely going to do that. The immediate swing. mindfreak still gets one, and now trying to play over the top of the site. Leaf picks him out of the air. It's an angle that I feel like a lot of players would miss, but not Leaf. And now the retake's looking tough.
Yeah, it absolutely is. The numbers against them, and there it is. Thrash was online, activated now. valyn tucked down below, manages to catch Deviant something off guard. And there's no need for any further aggression from this G2 side. Forsaken's out of here to try to save, but they've already got him boxed in. Like you said, Tom, Leaf right up behind him. Whoop, the timing, he might actually have seen the barrel there. Yeah, now he's got a good idea. But
taking his alarm bot down if we went too far. So at least they'll get that extra little piece of information. Now have the players in at the right time. Something though, again, it seemed like he was caught off guard, maybe waiting for a slightly later push off the back of the Reckoning instead. Another easy post plant. And JonahP's just waiting, watching, knows that right now the flank is clear, even has support from Trent. It's going to be a very one-dimensional retake from PRX.
He's heard the steps, but he knows that turret's still online. That's going to be a problem. Has to break it and give it away, but in comes the Hunter's Fury, taking down Forsaken. Devi falls too. They eventually deal with the flank they knew was coming, but there's still so many more to drop. There's Jinggg on the Icy. A chance now. Life breathed back into the side of PRX, but look, right down below, a sneaky spot from Leaf that gets his third of the round. That may well be the final nail in the coffin of this. With Jinggg left alive, time ticking away.
Get online. In fact, already challenging early for the orb, but I was going to say it's gone all right until the extra swing in. valyn again.
Doesn't need the orb either, does he? Leaf's got his ult online from that pick. Yeah, that looked really good. The staggering utility from G2 pushed PRX back. They decided to stick around in the choke point, which is often a mistake, but they won the fight despite the util being thrown their way. But now the fact that Leaf got that pick, has the ultimate to work with, it's going to buy so much time. And then you've got to root these players out of position. Trent still has a shock dart to work with. I believe there's a nano on the spike alongside an alarm bot. This is going to be a very difficult round, as it has been for PRX in all of these retakes. This one feels that little bit more stacked against them. Shock dart, the one to find the kill, and Devi's looking the wrong way into heavy. See how quickly they get on that flank. The retake setup, though, certainly in play. You can see Leaf is just backing off, conceding this space. And in fact, the flank abandoned after breaking the turret. Now look to play this as a more conventional retake. Wall buys a little bit of time, and the plant should be in. Shock dart, though, for damage.
They have so much plant denial a lot of the time on the side of G2, but now it's going to be utilized for the retake. One man still hidden in the corner, and he strikes. mindfreak with a couple. Jinggg steps up with another, and in fact, he gets two himself. But it's left onto Trent. You wouldn't want anyone else in a clutch, and although he's low, he's almost taken him down. The shock dart, maybe.
An injection of rounds early on, at least if they can manage to convert in the follow-up that they needed to close the gap after that first half. 5 rounds in a row before this for G2. Spurs him forward to look for another fight. JonahP all around B while the A side's taken.
They're so focused on him. They're so focused looking at him that in the meantime, they've just walked into the site and planted the spike. Like, you can't blame them. When a guy is running around like a lunatic, you go, okay, I should keep an eye on him. And you need to still keep an eye on him. There was a pixel there that maybe he could find something. Even spawning players around mid, they should know that he's still here. But it seems like they're just relying on this wall, the turret. Is he going to get past it? He is. He's past the turret. And now just going in behind them. Only the one so far, but they have to deal with this man. The whole round has been about dealing with something.
They haven't even seen anyone else. Getting towards the spike, sure, but the guy's still behind them, spraying away. Now the fight up in front. Okay, something falls, so too does Devi, but Spike not even half just yet. The sprays are good. mindfreak gets another and a triple to close it out. All eyes run.
Solo Jet running down mid. Well, you're not going to expect him to be alone.
I haven't seen someone play like that in a long time outside of rank. Hello, early fight. valyn's not going to get anything, but Devi goes down. Early flank underway. Turret's much more passive, so Leaf will get pretty close. Not close enough to actually take anyone down. He could. Oh, of course. Devi's the one that fell right away. So yeah, he's able to make it all the way up, making it into heaven, grabbing himself a weapon, and now a serious danger down below. He's got something. The res is right above. It's free for Leaf. 4 already. A phenomenal round, and he's looking for more. mindfreak has to do it again. This time a 4K against pistols, but he's 30 HP.
Oh, we talk about forgetting about something. I think they forgot the turret was down. He got so much space. Mindfreak might get an isolated 1v1, but now the Sheriffs, well, we normally talk about hitting a headshot. They definitely don't need that. Body shot will do the job. He's trying to sell the idea that he's pushing into the A site, but that idea has not been sold whatsoever. It's done a lot of damage. The only thing that's going to pad the gap is the Viper's pit. By having a stinger in a pit, absolutely fine. But they need to get into the afterplan. Look how quick G2 are already moving around that flank. They're in the spawn already. But by the time they get there, the post plant will be set. This time, turret should be available to give them the information. In fact, Forsaken is already watching, but he has Hunter's Fury. Oh, it's actually got past him, but the flash checks him anyway.
Reckoning going to clear a lot of space here as well. Give away that information. They know exactly where something is. He's stunned up, gunned up. Leaf able for one. Keeping it competitive. G2, 3 versus 2. Having to fight through the pit, though, could be the advantage they need. In goes the Thrash, and mindfreak can't quite dodge it. They know exactly where he is. The pressure is on Jinggg. He has to cover this man to keep the pit online, to keep the chances there for PRX. The other direction, but they might not know PRX. This is a team that isn't keen to give up on the A game. Still looking for, well, the A side.
Now that flank starts to adjust again. Clearing in middle, getting all the information. The plant is going to be enabled, and something is desperately looking for someone to give them a fight, because the weaponry's such a huge disadvantage for the rest of the team. Devi at least has a gun, but everything else is going to be those stingers. He just wants to try and get something out of it revealed, but does have support.
Well, that flash sends all the support backwards. Jingg's caught, still blinded up. Hunter's Fury goes through, though. Forsaken able to trade out onto Icy. Gets the push out of Devi. Back and forth the kills go, but it's still G2 with the advantage. If they catch Mindfreak for free, it could be something, but he's freaking out, gliding Leaf down. The defuse already halfway. He's sticking it all the way, and Forsaken had to fight. Valyn, on a sliver of health, gets it across the line.
Just to make sure they can't split back towards the B site. You got the Hunter's Fury for an attempted plant denial, or to even clear something out on the retake. PRX are doing what they want, but it's whether or not, as always, this team can make it work anyway. It's going to be something looking for those aggressive fights, but I feel like G2 haven't given any of them away. They've been so good at making sure that doesn't happen, and already there's the man advantage.
Almost extended on. That shot just swinging through players, but with Mindfreak down, yeah. Flank is now wide open. PRX don't have any ground to fall back to. They have to fight forward. That's exactly what they're going to try to do. Something in Forsaken, the sprays just avoid it. Then G2 go on the push. Forsaken good for one, but Devi's fallen. The trades are there. Forsaken keeping it alive on the site, but he can't do much from that corner. And the spray.
It's going to eventually fall back in this direction. Valyn is in a great spot, if not cleared. He's not been cleared. It's a bit of a mistake. And now he gets to just pounce on the remaining players. Even still, PRX are keeping this one close, and the res actually puts it in their favor.
Yeah, I like the Valyn's just falling back, giving up that space. He'll use his wall to hopefully slow them down. Time won't be bought for the flank. Leaf still alive. Devi's still alive, pardon. You got the turret up. Leaf wants to flank, but he'll be giving away that information soon. Lockdown in play. Gets them the space on the site. Advantage there. Damage done to Valyn. This seems to certainly be a favored round for PRX. Perhaps the start of the comeback. Shock Dart's good for some damage. A few of these players now lit up.
Okay, one for Leaf, but again, no chance with the trade. Jinggg gonna heal himself back up, and leaves just a couple standing. Valyn trying to bait them in, but they've put him into a tunnel, and it is a
find their mark.
Nope, not gonna be anything, and it's the same again.
Whoa.
Okay, nice shot. Someone's been doing their aim training, that's for sure. And even the trade's not looking good. Oh, not like this. This would be the worst way to let a map slip away. In fact, it's even...
What? It's just misclicked.
Is he just fat-fingered?
He's misclicked it. He meant to drone.
Oh, that's just...
Oh,
it's gone horrifically. But Mindfreak just comes out with 3 in a second. This round was looking like it was falling apart, but maybe in the most uncharacteristic way, they might take it anyway. Flank coming in. That's the major danger. And now it's left all onto Jinggg. It's not been a great round, and now he's under real pressure. The spike gonna take some serious damage. And he's, well, I think he's just got lost in the source. Leaf is gonna be there to close out the round around the PRX. It's more of a spot. JonahP's just looking for information, but he's taken the head clean off Divide. Not the man I expected to be going first, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, last map, we saw him go first, and it was a disastrous round with Leaf finding a 4K. The A site taken by PRX, so at least they'll trade out the life of a man for the site control. Losing out on that Fade utility hasn't stopped them putting boots on the ground. But the retake from G2, quite quick. Paranoia is absolutely perfect. Something still gets away with one, and the nade is slowing them down. Nice disruption from PRX to start this off.
JonahP! He's just taken over! 3 headshots already, that Sheriff in his hand. It's looking like it has aim lock, looking for a little bit more, but the trade backs are still good. It might be all on JonahP, a fourth in the round, and finally! They're going straight into the B site. They have got guns to play with, looking for those SMGs, and well, already speak about the pistols, but the trade from Trent gives them the advantage, and he backs away.
He's doubled up, still has a Prowler to work with. Icy needs to keep control over Heaven. He's under pressure. Something already up close. They know that he's there, and the swing.
That they're just going to look to play this as a retake, but instead, especially after the utility goes down, just going to fall back. I say that, still within the site, who hasn't been spotted again. It's danger man JonahP.
Yeah, sat in the smoke, waiting for it to fade. It's going to be a duel between himself and Jinggg, and it's JonahP to win it, and double up! Devi's gone too! That should have been the trade. And instead, Forsaken as an impossible task. 4 players coming his way, and nade used alongside a reveal. They know roughly where he is, and now the rest of the util comes in. The C wave of spam's about to go, and they think they've bypassed it, but there's still someone covering it on the walkthrough. They've seen that one man of something has already crossed. Nightfall to be used, but something's around the back. He's gotten closer than expected. Icy covering it from up top, though. Now they maintain their control, slow the push from PRX, send them in the other direction, but JonahP waiting as usual on a sliver of HP, and he triples up. Devi, the last man standing. Another unbelievable round from G2. They barely break a sweat unless Devi can turn up the heat, and he doesn't know that there's a player sneaking right around behind him.
They've got the spike as well.
It's not like there's been big peaks coming out of G2. They're very happy to sit back and let PRX push into them. Lockdown in play. JonahP again. The positioning was perfect, but he positioned himself right in front of Devi's spray.
Again, good isolation of the jaw, but at least PRX have managed to keep this one even. One of the better opportunities they've had. Now, it's going to split the defense quite a bit more. Showstopper is available for Icy. So again, if they wanted to, they could lean further into these retakes, but you can see Valyn is just going to be jump spotting. Now, all he's looking for is information, which he should get now, and there you go. And I think that may, I'll have to wait and see, eventually switch the position of where Trent's playing.
If Leaf swings this and they get the kill, they will run back in the other direction. In fact, they're going to do it anyways. Something now moving through to re-clear this space. He hasn't gotten the peak he wanted. The patience of G2 is commendable, to say the least. This swing, yes, it works out. Icy's down, but the trade attempt is there. Down to the shorty, closing the distance. Something playing a crazy game, upgraded to the rifle, downgraded perhaps, and Leaf doubles it up, keeps it doable for their side. And Trent, mindfreak knows he's up close, but now the info goes both ways. The spray comes close, mindfreak on the adjustment.
Instead, though, the defense have got aggressive on both sides of the map.
Usually you talk about the push and the pull, but this was just the push. PRX found themselves the pick. It's being traded out on the other side. C-site left for a retake. Nano's broken already, one activated. Will slow them down, section them off, but well, actually, I love this. I adore this. A little bit of damage done. Jinggg and Forsaken now decently low, but the plant will come through. PRX have some ground to fight from.
Yeah, Trent's trying to sell the ruse.
Oh, here we go.
Nade one side. Ah, he's been denied. Well, denied the ult. Maybe not denied the kills. Icy still going strong. Sees to the backside. We'll let them know that there's at least was no one there. And the rest of the team just looking to push together. It's all going to be on to one.
In terms of international events, last time they were at a Champs, Grand Finals, top 2. Now, they're being challenged in the first round. It's not a good look.
Came in. At this point, it seems like G2 have been ready from the get-go.
And G2 are adapting again. Aggressive push-up on B. They hear that A main control, and they realize it's just going to be the same old playbook. They're taking control, taking tree, and fighting site. And that early flank is catching them off. No one's ready for it. Look at mindfreak, he's staring forward. Jingg's just about spotted them, and he will manage to at least do damage, making it doable for mindfreak, who's grabbed the double. But again, the trades keep swinging in the other direction.
So good.
Thanks to players like JonahP. I don't understand how he does it again and again. Divine now has it all to do. He's got the right gun for the job. Gonna try to brrr them out of this one, but it's gonna be difficult. Nice lineup. Good spam, but they're going right back. They're playing the same game. Diffuse already past half, and it's too far gone. The spray might be good for one. That's all you can ask for.
Valyn starts it off. Will be a trade, but he's taken a lot of damage. A more direct approach this time from PRX, but I'm going to sound like a broken record. These retakes have been stellar. Something's trying to get ahead of it. I really don't mind him pushing up, trying to fight more aggressively. They haven't been able to hold, but again, an impactful double from JonahP. He's left to fight this alone. Oh, it's a bit of a wide swing, but they'll peek it. Yes, that's what it is.
All right, we'll see if we can arrange that.
That's the content I desire.
All right, well, I think you might be the only one. No way he's going straight through it. There's no way. JonahP's positioning has been unbelievable. Trent, I love you, man.
Okay, he got caught.
Gorgeous play. Yes, he did, but look at the position of Leaf at this point.
No, he's going to get revealed.
Okay, he's revealed. He's revealed. He has to break it. Now they know. Now the flash goes through.
Good
Gorgeous.
flash.
Okay, there's the reaction from PRX and the follow-up from Forsaken and Defy. Now they're hitting their stride.
Been caught. And then also Forsaken. Last couple of rounds, really stepping up to the plate. It's a mountain to climb, but luckily, there's a second half after the break. I'm not a believer. Already, though. Well, yeah, see, it's not Sheriff. Not quite as controlled, aggressive from the defensive side. They've met them outside B, and well, just about going to be the retreat. Keeps things even, but neither team is shying away from this. They want to fight. And well, maybe I was wrong. JonahP with a double. It's not going to be 4, you know, not possible. But it's still pretty good. Last man standing something. Well, I believed in the post plants of G2 throughout the entirety of these series. And I don't think I'm going to start to not believe now.
No, I don't really care what the number is for JonahP. He needs a raise. He's putting in the goddamn work at this point. Trent with a Bulldog, Trent with an Odin, didn't matter. I'm becoming a fan of this team very quickly.
Are you just trying to get the whole team a raise? Is that the goal?
At this point, Tom, you disagree? It's been unbelievable, and although wide open, typically you'll have your Sentinel on this side when you go for those big gamble plays, at least getting you the information early. PRX will struggle with that as they don't have one.
Already. They're just set up, watching for the door. Wow. Something. He's going to be met by Leaf. It's only a pistol player, so not the end of the world, but we'll garner him an extra orb at least. For the rest, yeah, they've dropped a couple of players. This really isn't bad. Where did that come from? Again, Forsaken. Giving them at least a life. There's time for this. Like, they're going to have to move quickly, and they're desperately low. Valyn, a safe pair of hands, but not this time! All right. Not yet back online. He's put the fragment in, but it's only going to deny them the close corner. I think they're going to have to give this one up. Again, looking to play the retake. Plant. Not going to be denied just yet, as they wait patiently for everybody to arrive.
Taking the leaf out of G2's book. PRX on the way in, and up he goes, but Jinggg not landing the shot. The trade is good nonetheless. He causes the chaos. Trent, though, manages the recovery, and JonahP's there to help out. Forsaken, now the last man standing, misses the jump up top, or maybe he intended to stay below. He almost caught Trent. Pushed them off the angle, indeed. It's going to be the Prowler sent through, and it's caught him up close, got the op shot out. Now they've claimed the angle on the side of G2, but is the spike going towards B? I mean, Leaf's already taken the space. The door's open. Nightfall goes through. It's a confusing one for PRX to read, and if they had an IGL, he'd be panicking about now. Forsaken, under pressure, manages the one, but they need a little bit more, and it's something in Jinggg to deliver.
That leaves Valyn alone. First goes his way. Now he can back out of there, has the spike in his hand. They know exactly where he is. And
so many players on mound because they have to go back to clear B. That leaves Jinggg isolated when the fight comes down. G2 able to take that pick for free. And now well, the world's their oyster. They can take it where they want. Turret still covering their back, but it's about to be out of range. Looks like commitment to the C site, and it certainly is. Straight through his Icy. Has Showstopper to use, but not anymore. Mindfreak keeping control over the back. He's lit down by the spams and has to be a bit more passive now. The rest of his team on the rotation. 2 stack up on B and 1 further, but they don't know that the snake in the grass yet again, the Viper down below, is on his way. And he's just wrapping for free. It could be an easy kill. He's gone into the smoke though. A moment of solace for Mindfreak, but he doesn't expect there to be a player there. Forsaken's blindsided, and Mindfreak low on the site will struggle to stop this plant.
He's trying his best.
30 seconds
At least
left.
one comes up for Divine. Now the time is ticking. This brings things back to even. It's whether or not they want to try and use the Viper's pit, but it might make it tougher to plant. Another one for Mindfreak. Leaf tagged desperately low. It has to be Trent. It needs to be him to try and get something done. And what, 15 seconds left. Plenty of players to find. A bold attempt. Instead, though, it was just used to give them the information. Nightfall used fairly early, but JonahP's lurk caught by something.
Yeah, who could have guessed JonahP would be lurking in this game? Seems something certainly hit the nail on the head. Now the steps are heard, leaving the B site, although, okay, the knife gets thrown through, so Forsaken knows there's someone outside B. He'll stick in position. C site, 3 players just outside it. They had success, 3 kills in the last round off just spamming the wall and denying the plant. Looks like they're not going for that this time. Instead, it's Jinggg running around the nade for Forsaken, and Jinggg steps right into it. He is farming them up. And on 9 HP, brave to use this ult through a smoke.
Okay.
And Leaf
1v1.
now has a real chance. 1v1 against the op. This round was looking done. It looked like it was already in the bag, and instead, there is going to be a challenge. The op not going to be the best for spamming through that wall. Something has to hope that he'll find an angle. Leaf knows once this ult goes off, he has time to get the plant in. He's going for it. Something's wild, spams, perhaps no. He's instead going to close the distance, keep the element of surprise up his sleeve, and try to isolate this man. Caught scoping in. It's a big danger, but he's picked the right angle.
He's going to manage to dodge, but they're trying to pressure with a low buy, looking to get as close as they can. He's repositioned, but the shots are missed. He's now somewhat stuck in the mud, and they're waiting for that rotation to come back in. Shots connecting. Icy found another one, and he goes for even more. And not even needing that showstopper when he's got the pistol in hand.
Trent's behind as well. He was biding his time on B, and there's no way they expect him to be here at this stage. He's recovered a rifle, and it's the freest kill of his life with Jinggg down and out. What a way to push up to 12 from G2, a round that seemed like they wouldn't have a chance in. They had nothing but pistols for the most part, and here they are. Just Devi, 1 against 4. A Viper's pit to fight through. Icy, who's popping off everyone on rifles, bar JonahP, who doesn't give a damn inside his pit, and a showstopper just for good measure. This is a disastrous outcome. And sure, he takes down 1, but that matters little to G2 right now.
This round has been a huge part of what they have. Jinggg, he's gone as well.
And the showstopper's active, but Mindfreak's up top. No one was close enough to trade him out. Big swing from Devi as well. They'll double up on it. PRX now with the advantage. They punish the early rubble control. And the response seems to be to take it the other direction. The steps are heard as valyn moves up towards B main. They know that he's on his way here, and something is more than ready to execute him. But valyn starts to run back. Timing for something isn't great because the turret's still there. It's going to catch him and give the information. They know that push has come through, but it does get the rotation to the C site.
But that's the thing. If he doesn't peek that, it will have actually been a perfect stack up for them on the C site. Now G2 can call into question, okay, if he's pushed up, they know it's not B. They know the fake that we sold isn't going to be there. Forsaken under pressure, but he can't afford to give the game away here. And well, but now already they've lost 1. This is an awkward fight to take. He's just about going to make it around the corner.
Trent is so smart. He throws the reveal and then just swings it, knowing that they're probably going to go for the peak. Nightfall goes through in the back of that. Forsaken catches valyn, though. A huge kill, but with the Nightfall hitting, Trent takes his moment to go for the flank, moving around through heaven, sees that it's clear. Now you know that the defender spawn is not where they're coming from. It refocuses Leaf. He's now looking towards the water, where he's already heard Mindfreak, TP across, waiting for the steps, and he's turned at the wrong moment, a free kill. Trent now has to do it all. He's pulled out multi-kills so many times in the past, and the first is his, but he's going to swing in and deny that defuse. Orb to be taken. 2 away now from a lockdown, and the push-up on A. The slide in from Jinggg is gorgeous. JonahP didn't stand a chance.
It's got to be infuriating. The amount of times he's been picked off by an operator pushing him. And now, Jinggg sliding into position. The B site looks to be the point of contention. Smokes out, paranoia, utility, but there seems to be a point where they might look to just push through this? I didn't expect that. Now Icy has managed to put down 2. It's not the play you expect to see with the Odin. And now mindfreak's gone as well. The perfect combo. It's left onto the man who started this comeback. Forsaken, 1v4.
Devastating round. Let's see if he can do it. And no, immediately.